Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Łukasz Ciochen. This is the EIT Food Innovation Prizes Competition 2020. It's one of the largest agri-food startup competitions in Southern and Eastern Europe. We award prizes to entrepreneurs and early-stage startups developing innovative products and services with a potential to transform our food systems. This month, we are running online finals in 17 countries in Southern and Eastern Europe, and we are awarding prizes to the most innovative and ambitious agri-food startups. I hope you'll enjoy watching this year's 7th country final. Today, we are in Romania. As we all know, the last few months have all been about three words: coronavirus, COVID-19, and the pandemic, in every news broadcast worldwide. Even though these words have been repeated millions of times, we still know far too little about the virus itself. It is believed to have started at a food market in China, and it has seriously impacted the food systems all around the world since. Over the past 3 months, millions of people were pushed to rely on food banks, and countless services were temporarily disrupted, not to mention its unprecedented economic impact on industries, businesses, and institutions all around the world. It's almost fair to say that never in the history of mankind has something so small destabilized so much in such a short period of time. But there have also been some good things. We have witnessed positive changes, people returning to cooking more, planting their own fruits and vegetables, shopping more locally, and supporting local restaurants, farmers, and food producers. It's a very important wake-up call, ladies and gentlemen, an opportunity that can all too easily be wasted, an opportunity to transform our food systems towards much healthier, safer, and more sustainable long-term solutions. This is why the world needs bright, fast-paced startups to make a difference. The startups you will see pitching today dedicate themselves day in, day out to bringing that transformation about. 2020 has not exactly been an easy year for anyone, including startups and businesses in general. EIT Food decided to move its Innovation Prizes competition online and to the summer season so that startups could rely on critical funding as and when they most need it. Today, in the Romanian final, we will meet 8 ambitious early-stage agri-food startups, and to kick off today's country final, we'd like to welcome to our virtual stage a representative of the EIT Food Hub in Romania, Claudia Nivetska from Satian Foundation. Claudia is one of the organizers of this final, and she will tell us more about the Satian works, how Satian works together with EIT Food. Hello, Claudia. Good morning. Claudia, try and unmute, please, because I can't hear you yet, but maybe we see some progress there. No, we can't hear you for now. Take a look at this nasty little red button with microphone and see if it's green. I'm not sure about our audience, but I'm afraid I myself can't hear you. No progress? Claudia, can you please try and refresh the page, and perhaps we can come back to you in a moment and then proceed to our next speaker, but try and refresh the page first. I would love to start with you today. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll try and come back to Claudia, but for now, let us welcome Yulia Bodnar from EIT Food joining us today. Yulia will tell you more about EIT Food and its support for agri-food startups. Hello, Yulia.
Hello, Łukasz.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. Well? It's so refreshing to have a perfect quality connection for a change today. Quite a day.
Yes,
Yulia, our virtual stage is... Yes, our stage is yours. Please tell us more.
Fantastic. Yes, I think our viewers can see the ups and downs of the online final. That you can have problems like connection, sound, but it's all real. It's a live event, so we hope to get Claudia back. But for now, indeed, I'll take our virtual stage to tell all of our viewers a couple of words about EIT Food, what we do, how we support startups, and about a couple of programs that we have right now.
Please do.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our Romanian final of the Innovation Prizes competition. My name is Yulia Bodnar. I work for EIT Food, and our mission is to transform Europe's food system, make it more sustainable, trusted, and healthier, both for people and for our environment. For those of you who haven't heard about EIT Food before, just a couple of words. We are essentially an initiative that was started by the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. We do lots of different things, really, and organize so many different activities. But probably the easiest way to think about EIT Food is a network of key players in the food system. We're working with the largest food companies in Europe, Nestle, PepsiCo, Maspex, Valio, VTT, just to name the few, leading universities, University of Cambridge, Technion, University of Helsinki, research organizations, startups, scale-ups, to bring about a transformation in the food system. And as Łukasz mentioned before, we need this transformation more than ever. In the last couple of months, we saw how important our food system is and also how fragile it is. Pandemics, rapid climate change, all of this really pushes us to quickly transform and innovate. But on top of that, we keep wasting the third of all the food that we produce. The obesity is on the rise, and at the same time, we have people in some parts of the world suffering from malnutrition and undereating. So you don't really have to look far to find so many problems that our food system faces, and they really need to be solved now. And we really believe that startups can be a key part of this transformation. So while we do many activities in education, public engagement, innovation, entrepreneurship is one of the key areas that we really focus on at EIT Food. So we try to help startups at any and every stage of their development, whether you've got an idea, or you're a young business, or maybe you're a more mature company. We've got different programs to help you grow. So you can see that in the first vertical, in the launch vertical, we have innovation prizes, and you, our viewers, have actually a chance to see this competition from the inside today. As our host already mentioned, this competition is organized in 17 different countries of Southern and Eastern Europe. In each country, we're shortlisted 8 startups to compete for 3 main cash prizes, 5,000 euros, 3,000 euros, and 1,000 euros. There's also an additional audience prize, and the startups that we support in this competition, they are indeed quite early stage. So our goal here is to provide them with training, mentoring, and cash prizes so they can successfully grow further. This is something that I was just telling you before. 3 prizes that we'll see today, plus the additional audience prize. And as Łukasz mentioned, this is our 7th final, so we still have quite many finals ahead of us, and you're very welcome to watch them and meet the startups from different countries in Southern and Eastern Europe. To mention a couple of other programs while I have time on this virtual stage, for early stage startups and entrepreneurs, we have a program called Seedbed. In this program, we give you the money, the skills, the contacts to go out and validate your business model. We really push startups in this program to reach out to their potential customers, talk to at least 100 of them, and use this feedback to strengthen their value proposition, to figure out the market, and if their solution fits on the market, and plan their next steps. Then for the medium stage companies, we have a program called Food Accelerator Network, FAN for short. And this program is for ambitious entrepreneurs who've already got some traction on the market, but who are looking to develop new skills, get access to investors and media, new customers, and work and learn from the best mentors, experts, and also from the partners in our network. This program has been actually called a mini MBA, and it really is a fantastic opportunity for any agri-food startups out there. And finally, we've got a program called Rising Food Stars. This is our network of 50 plus high impact scale-ups, so more mature companies who are looking to expand to different markets and scale up further. These scale-ups are getting partnered with some of the biggest food companies in the world, in Europe for sure, Danone, Valio, John Deere, and they are doing innovation projects together. And by doing so, they can really bring the change to the food system much faster and much more effectively. We've got loads and loads of different opportunities and support programs. I've shown you just a couple of them today, not to take too much time from the startups and pitches. But you're very welcome to get in touch with us directly. You can find me and my colleagues on LinkedIn. Our contact details are also on the website. Our job is primarily to help as many innovative food entrepreneurs as possible. So if that's you, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and we can help you navigate all of the opportunities that we have at EIT Food. So on this note, I'd like to thank you for your attention, for joining our online final in Romania today, and also wish good luck to all the startups competing today. Thank you.
Listening to Yulia, I wondered, she mentioned that one of the programs is called, it's almost like a mini MBA. Thinking about it now, maybe we should be calling it MBA Mini. Then it sounds like a fashionable car, doesn't it? Thank you very much. That was Yulia Bodnar from EIT Food. We've been trying for the last 5 minutes or so to reconnect with Claudia, but we do seem to have issues reconnecting the sound. So Claudia, we know you're there. Join us on the YouTube chat. I can already see some people watching it. It's like 50 people watching it right now. I'm sure there will be more during the competitions themselves. The chat hasn't started yet, so feel free to share some of your impressions on YouTube with us and stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 8 startups today competing for the country final prizes. The first prize is €5,000, second prize is €3,000, and the third prize is €1,000. These prizes will go to the teams who, in our jury's opinion, have the most innovative and impactful solutions for our food systems. Moreover, the winner of the first prize will be invited to the Grand Final in autumn, where the finalists from all 17 countries will compete for prizes up to €25,000. Apart from that, all first prize winners will get access to top quality training before the Grand Final. Last but not least, we'll also be awarding the audience prize during today's final. Needless to say, perhaps our audience plays a key role in this competition. During the jury deliberation, our keynote Q&A or interview, each audience member will have one vote to say which startup they thought has the biggest potential to transform the food system, making it better for people's health and natural environment, hopefully. The startup that wins your hearts and minds will receive €2,000. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our today's jury. Hello there. Let us start with Giorgio Guidi, the Hive Business Accelerator. Hello, Giorgio. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning at all. I'm Giorgio Guidi. Thank you for the invitation. I'm the founder and CEO of the Hive, the business accelerator that work basically in Italy and around the world, also in Romania. And we are here to catch the best startup and to try to accelerate them. Good luck for
to catch them in the hive, right?
Yes.
Wonderful to have you with us, Giorgio. We also have Christian Dascalu, VC partner, co-founder at Techcelerator. Hello, Christian.
Hi guys,
Hi, Chris.
great to be with you today, and it's a pleasure to be part of this jury. The Accelerator, it's a program in Romania, financing early stage startups being supported by our VC fund Gapminder. Looking forward to follow up with the teams and to talk with your team about what we can do together further for next editions, future startups to be supported in this domain and in this region.
Great to have you with us, Christian. Our last jury member is Matei Dumitrescu, Vice President at Tech Angels.
Hi, Lucas.
Hi, Matei.
So a few words about myself. I started working into this field of impact investing in 2013. I started working with the Investment Ready program in Vienna, the main impact accelerator from Central and Eastern Europe. And after that, I became a co-founder of the Founder Institute. I founded Commons Excel and just started the first university accelerator in Romania. Also, as an investor, I've been involved in many agri-businesses. I'm still holding some shares in one large organic farm now and in other innovative businesses. I invested since 2013 in over 20 startups. As you said, I'm vice president of our National Association of Business Angels. And just this March, I started my own micro VC fund.
Congratulations. Sounds like you are really busy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our jury, Giorgio, Christian, and Matei. We hope and expect to get a fair judgment after listening and watching all the eight competitors today. But before that happens, ladies and gentlemen, Claudia is not one to easily give up, as you would expect from our hub coordinator. I hear from the studio Claudia has managed to connect finally. Hello there, Claudia.
Good morning, everyone.
The stage is yours.
Okay. So thank you, Łukasz, for the introduction. As Łukasz said, I'm the project manager of the EIT Food Hub in Romania. Fundacja Saturn, which is the hub, has been working since 2018. This is our third year of the Innovation Prize and other activities that we develop for the EIT Food on the national level. As Yulia presented, you can see that there are a lot of programs. There's a lot of work accelerating and helping the startups and other businesses on the national level. So we have a lot of work. A few words about the Fundacja Saturn. We are a vocational training center. We work on the whole national level, and we also cooperate with other accelerators and universities on a European level on the projects that we develop. We usually do educational programs for students, for startups, for small businesses, not only from the agriculture sector, but also on a wider range. So I'm very happy that it went through today, so that we got the connection and we worked through all the technical details. There are great startups today, so I'm very proud of how they prepared for the whole event, and I wish them good luck on the whole presentation, and let's the best one win, but not only, because as you can see, there are a lot of people, there is a lot of network opportunities that we can help you with. So good luck to everyone.
Thank you very much, Claudia. We are happy you succeeded eventually to connect with us. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, time for our first competitor. The first competitor is Ogor, a complex, unbiased, affordable toolkit for farmers that offers them a new perspective on their fields.
Hi, I'm Dafina Joacă, one of the 5 co-founders of Ogor. Using the Earth observation data I have collected by the Copernicus satellites from from 2017, we built a toolkit for farmers with complex data analysis, offering them a new perspective on their fields, one that nurtures the soil and indirectly people's health. During customer discovery, we imagined that farmers need more sophisticated technical innovations like drones, sensors, intelligent machineries. But we found out that the land is okay, that they have profitability, proper equipment, and expertise. They still have problems and needs that can be simply summed up like this. They take too many blind decisions with unexpected consequences. We discovered that farmers do not know the impact of their farming practices on soil fertility. Thus, they cannot take conscious decisions in order to mitigate the imminent threat of desertification that may affect 40% of the fields in Romania. For example, farmers do not know the natural fertility areas of their soil, and they apply fertilizers and pesticides in bulk. Thus, up to 15% of the fertilizers and pesticides are applied in excess, and this leads to soil contamination by leaking this excess into the groundwater. For example, 136 tons of fertilizers reach the groundwaters of Romania every year. We create a farming toolkit built on 3 pillars. A live journal of satellite observations, helping farmers understand the consequences of their farming practices. A community and collaboration center, helping farmers feel safer while confronting everyday problems. A guiding roadmap of the agricultural activities, helping farmers envision the future from the sowing to the harvest date. Our toolkit offers features that the farmers will benefit from, like identify the practices that increase yield, identify the evolution of the fertility areas, identify the weak spots, save cost by reducing inputs, collaborate with off-site experts, prevent spread of pests by broadcasting warnings of pests and diseases. Using our platforms, farmers improve the natural fertility of the soil, focusing only on the weakest spots, thus avoiding contamination by leaking excess fertilizers into the groundwater, and finally, improving the environment and people's health. Our main competitors are Cropio, Farmlogs, and OneSoil. Instead of providing just the latest satellite vegetation maps, we use the entire satellite archive to detect the fertility areas and the evolution of the field. We are the missing step in a farmer's lean cycle, measuring the impact of prior practices. On top of that, we build a collaborative and community-based tool, helping farmers to gain trust and confidence with the help of the community. We are 5 co-founders, IT professionals with 10 plus years of experience, a PhD researcher in Earth observation, an IT business developer, a UX specialist, a software architect, and an IT project manager and communicator. We are now completely immersed in the startup development. Since we started, our team grew bigger, with IT experts, agronomy experts, farmers, and local community leaders. Our beachhead market is Romania, with 8 million hectares of arable land, over 5% of the total arable land in Europe. We target more than 30,000 farms, handling 64% of Romania's arable land. Our users are farmers with yearly standard output greater than 25,000 euro per year and more than 16 hectares. We started building the prototype based on the help of our initial network of 12 early adopters. The MVP went live in April, and in the first month, 37 users enrolled in Ogor, which is an excellent result in the current isolation context. We are now iteratively expanding the MVP with new functionalities and start building the collaborative and warning components, which should increase our user base exponentially and bring our first paying clients. This year, we plan to reach 5% of the Romanian market. Next year, we plan to reach 25% of it and start expanding in the EU market. To be able to deliver precise field history over Europe, it is required to have very large storage capacities and a fast and powerful processing pipeline. The Innovation Prize will provide us the necessary funds to acquire the needed hardware and to ensure the capacity of adding the new needed marketing specialist. Also, we will capitalize on the generated visibility to boost exponentially our user base. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first competitor, Ogor. We have Dafina joining us live now.
Hello.
Hello, Dafina. Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Dafina. Watching your presentation, I felt like the very first thing I should say to you once we connect for the Q&A is breathe. Breathe deep. You're speaking so fast. As if you wanted to get at least 10 questions in 5 minutes during the Q&A. Is that the case?
Yeah, I'm trying to say everything.
Yeah, I guess so is everyone. Tell me, Dafina, how does it feel to be the first competitor today? Would you have preferred to be the last one in the row of 8, or are you comfortable as the first one and just relaxing after that and watching everyone else?
Exactly. That's the best scenario, to be the first one and to not see the competition.
To not see the competition. Dafina, the jury is waiting. You have only 5 minutes, after which I will interrupt. Over to you and the jury. Enjoy.
Thank you. Hello.
Can you please showcase kind of like the perspective on the competition? You might have some direct competitors and some indirect competitors. Can you please underline on this subject?
Yes, one of our competitors, I will name 3 of them. For example, One Soil, Cropio, and Xarvio. These are web platforms that also use satellite images. Our main differentiator is that we use the whole archive of images that the Copernicus satellites have gathered from 2017 up to date and analyze those images to extract complex information, processed information. So the other applications, they use mainly the latest observation. They just show you what's the latest observation, or they can go into history, but observation by observation. That's one example. We use this archive to, for example, show the evolution of the fertility areas, the evolution of the weak spots, how they shrinked or enlarged, depending on the practices that the farmers have applied during the years. So just a small background, the Copernicus satellites have been launched in 2017. So there is a great possibility to already analyze the evolution for the last 4 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Dafina, it's me, Mate.
Hello.
Can you please tell me, in case you win the big prize, how are you going to spend this money?
This money will be spent on storage. This is also related to the first question. Also a differentiator for us. We download the images from the satellite and use them, store them internally, locally here. And in order to expand out of Romania, we need large storage capacities to be able to store all these images for the other countries. So this will be our first spending.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Dafina, Giorgio. May I have more details about which kind of partnership are you looking for?
Well, we're looking for financing opportunities, and
after we speak about the
okay, and due to the isolation context, we are not able to properly or to effectively connect to the farmers. So we need every possible way to access farming associations. In order to get to the farmers, to present to them what we're doing and so on.
It's the only partnership that you are looking for?
No, not the not the only one. Let me. So we are looking also for business mentorship, for example, in order to guide us how to expand, how to properly tackle this the expansion. I'm not sure if I answered the question.
Only another question about founding. The amount that they are looking for, because in the presentation it wasn't clear.
You are talking about the amount from Innovation Prize, or the amount for a financing opportunity outside the prize?
Financing opportunity.
Okay, so for the next year, we would our calculation roughly are we know that
5
we need
seconds.
300,000 euros in order to start developing the warning of pests and diseases.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Dafina, I'm going to repeat my request. Breathe and relax. The Q&A is over. Good luck in today's competition, and thank you very much for participating.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
This presentation reminded me of a song classic with the lyrics, "Money, money, money must be funny in the rich man's world." You surely remember which song I have in mind. Ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the second presentation of the day. Next Farm, Robert Mishtowski, decision-making platform for agricultural sector.
Hello, my name is Robert, and I'm one of the co-founders of Next Farm. And today I'm going to tell you a story. I want you to meet Daniel. Daniel is a small farmer from Dolj, which is an agricultural region from Romania. He's 27 years old. He just started out working with his dad on his family farm, and he now tries to build a prosperous farm for him and his family. But you know that the life of a small farmer is no easy life. So for Daniel, he encounters all kinds of trouble in his day-to-day. He lacks the technical knowledge in order to run such a high-stakes operation. He can't find qualified workforce in his area. He lacks all the financial assistance in order to finance his business, has burdening government regulations and reports that he has to do by himself. There's also an unpredictable climate, and on top of that, all the technologies he wants to buy are expensive. So now let's meet Luigi. Luigi is a former agribusiness executive. He started working on a farm and now has over 25 years of experience of working in the field. He's recognized as one of the top guys and experts in a specific domain of plant nutrition. Unfortunately, he's located in the same agricultural region as Daniel. So that's what we basically do at Next Farm. We connect farmers like Daniel with experts like Luigi. We help Daniel get access to top knowledge and resources that he wouldn't normally afford, and we also give him access to top technologies required to run a modern farm. Daniel has access to a large network of experts, has automated government reports, hyperlocal weather. We help him manage his costs and his inventories, give him access to satellite imagery of his crops, help him handle his fleet, and also help him handle soil mapping. And all of this in just one app. So there are no upfront costs, no pricing per hour, or massive investments on his side. He only pays a subscription that starts at 29 euros a month and has access on every device to a network of specialists and top technologies. So there are millions of farmers just like Daniel, we believe are ignored by technology companies in favor of corporate farms. But I believe that also there's a huge opportunity in that. So let's talk about competition. Of course we have competition, but what highly differentiates Next Farm from the other competitors is that we are not just simply a software tool for the farmer to use. We actually rely, and our value comes from our network of professionals which gives the best technical and financial knowledge to small and medium farmers. We started out in 2018, and we managed to raise our first round of funding in September 2018, when we added 2 experienced agricultural entrepreneurs to our board of investors. We launched our product to a small number of farms in April 2019, and we started distributing in November 2019. And until then, we have 235 paying customers right now, and are growing at a fast pace. So we managed to do all of this by combining a team of young people that come from the technology world to real experienced foreman executives from the agriculture industry. And together, it is our vision to empower family farms in building better and sustainable agribusinesses, because we truly believe that stronger and better family farms will economically uplift rural communities. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Next Farm, our second competitor. We have Robert joining us live now. Hello, Robert.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well. How are you today, Robert?
I'm good. I'm just a bit upset because you showed my old presentation. I had an updated one that I sent yesterday, but I think you guys couldn't put it in enough time, let's say. But I'm good. I hope everyone is good.
Well, to put you in a somewhat better mood, I might give you an extra 15-20 seconds during the Q&A. So make sure you catch up on all the updates from the presentation and enjoy.
Okay, thanks.
Robert, can you detail a little bit what is the traction and what is the implementations which you are doing right now? Like what clients are using your project?
Yeah, sure. So we started distributing our product around November 2019, and we started also growing a sales team. We relied mostly on senior salespeople. We started out in the main agricultural regions, and firstly we started growing at 10 or 15 farmers a month, and now we are at 30-40 farmers signed per month, and we are also opening other distribution channels. We firstly simply relied on direct sales force, which is the traditional way to get to farmers. Let's say a profile of our current customers is a farmer between 150 hectares and 550 hectares, a family farm with only 1 or 2 employees max, and our average package right now is 1,000 euros per year. So it's that's our basic subscription. That's our most popular subscription right now.
But how many are using it?
How many are using it? From our end customers? I don't think I think I have problems with the streaming. Or can you repeat the questions, please?
How many clients, yes, are using your solution at this moment?
90% of our clients are active weekly, and 70% are active daily, because we rely most on engagement. We have communication tools built in app, and every client has an let's say account manager or expert he's in direct contact with every day. So basically in the most busy periods, the active users are reaching 95% of current customers. So yeah, they use it for chatting purposes. They use it to log in activities. We send them updates about alerts about pests from the experts, and we also give them access to satellite imagery 2 to 3 days. So we have a few tools that we get them to to sign up in our app. And now from this summer we are launching out some educational content for them. We're going to give them how-tos on how to do proper farming 3 times a week. I hope that was clear. I can't hear you in real time.
Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, Robert, you told us that you already got a financing round in 2018.
Yes. It was mostly smart money because we brought to our board 2 experienced agricultural investors that come from the agribusiness worlds. But yeah, we raised some funding, some seed funding that helped us get our product on the market.
Okay, but I suppose you have some traction and some income from those over 200 farmers using your application.
Yes,
how important is this prize for you? How important is this prize for you? Is it? Does it really make sense for? Yeah, the amount of money received as a prize in this project.
Yes, of course. Right now we are in tough conditions. We had problems with sales during the COVID-19, and right now we are not let's say lavishly living. We have a team of employees that we want to keep all of them. We don't want to fire them because of the current conditions. So there were 2 aspects. It was the COVID-19 aspect, and this year was a really bad year for agriculture. So we had customers that turned us off or delayed us because of the current conditions. So yes, every for me at this stage we are not really. I don't see us as a big startup. So every ounce of money matters right now and goes to funding the salaries of the current people on the team.
Okay,
thank you very much, Robert.
Realistically, I want to be honest about this prize. If you have a big team, maybe the big prize would help you pay the salaries of a quarter of your team for 1 month.
Yeah, sure.
So does it make sense?
Yes, I know it makes sense. We didn't get into the competition for the money, to be honest. We got it to receive feedback.
Finish with that, Robert. We need to stop here. Thank you very much,
thanks, Martin.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
And thank you, Robert.
Thanks.
Good luck with the project.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Next Farm with Robert Misztowski, and now we proceed to Mana Foods Solutions Rebo, the first innovative 3D food printer designed as a vending machine.
I'm Madalina Elie. I am the founder of Mana Food Solutions, and in the following minutes, I'm going to take you on a short trip to meet Rebo, our project, the first 3D food printer designed as vending machine. So, technology is developing with the speed of light. Food is a major global issue because no matter how far we get, the need of feeding is a must. In an overpopulated planet with global dynamic changes and billions of people living a hectic lifestyle, food industry has a major role. Today, 80 million tons of food waste are generated annually in Europe. Fast food gains over health, although they make people obese and ill. Food becomes an omnipresent subject that requires solutions. This has to change, and we need to change it by introducing tasty and innovative food products for all people living on planet Earth. Companies today are seeing 3D printing as the new Star Trek in lots of industry. We are the first one that are going to do a 3D food printer designed as vending machine. From natural ingredients, we can obtain ready-to-eat, fresh, personalized, and calorie-controlled food products in less than 3 minutes. Everything works automatic, non-human touch, and very hygienical. The best part is that Rebo can be placed anywhere, the same as coffee vending machines. A business model incomes come from the full payment of the device, rents of the device, consumables, which are under the form of ingredients cartridges, and paid ads rolling on the side of the printer. We are addressing to vending machines and 3D food printers markets, international level, but the plan is to start building our niche in Europe and then expanding to the US. Considering our business plan, year one, which is the launching year on the market, shows us incomes of 1 million plus euro, with a fast growth in year two when incomes can get up to 7 million euros from the number of devices, consumables, and ads sold. For selling of the device, we are considering office building managers up to private transport operators and NGOs, but for the renting of the device, we take into consideration vending machine distributors. We are patent pending in Romania, and after the first round of finance or investment, we are considering completing trademark registration at European and international level and filing additional patents, of course. There are a few companies that are trying to overcome this technology, the technological limits of the 3D food printing, but they work with just a few ingredients like chocolate or marzipan or sugar. The printers are slow, the cartridges are having just a few milliliters, and they apply this for home use or restaurant use only. We come with competitive advantages, such as strong patent that includes technological innovation, hard to obtain, hard to get, or hard to reply technology, the first 3D food printer designed as vending machine on the market, strong network of raw materials, vending machine distributors, and multinational companies partnerships. The financial projections show us that we can build a strong business even in the first 2 years from launching. Though we take into consideration modest sales of the device and consumables, the business becomes more and more profitable if we stick to the business plan and the work packages that we have made. The project has a roadmap that started with the idea, of course, and now we are at the experimental prototype phase. And we are planning to apply at IC Accelerate pilot in October 2020. In parallel, we are addressing investors, venture capitals, and other financial channels in order to develop our project further. We plan to go on the market in 2024. As a team, we are 6 members with extensive experience in R&D, IT, European funding programs, communication, and finance. We have 80% female management and a female founder. Innovation Prize can help us have a very good impact over the project by helping us to finish the MVP and address to the financial channels in a more advanced way, further develop new applications in food and health areas. Thank you very much for making this trip or short trip with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mana Food Solutions. We have Madalina joining us live now. Hello, Madalina.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here.
Hi. Great
Hi.
to have you with us.
Thank you.
After the first 2 startups, do you feel you're ready for the tough questions coming from our jury, Madalina?
Right, because I'm here now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
No way to escape, or you can just disconnect and pretend it just happened.
Oh my God, no, I will kill Rebo.
Right. Madalina, enjoy. 5 minutes only.
Thank you, thank you. Hello.
Madalina, can you Can you detail a little bit the part with the competition zone?
The competitor zone?
Are you managing to?
I'm sorry, do you want me to detail?
Competition zone, yes. And
yes.
Secondly, how hard it's the yes, and how complicated it's the hardware manufacturing part. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, about the competitors, there are a few companies on international level that are trying to make experienced tries with chocolate, sugar, or marzipan, but there are a lot of problems there are on the market. The problem the end user, they sell the machine, the 3D food printer, but they do not supply the consumables of the printer. So it's like buying a coffee machine without having the coffee. there are a lot of problems in the 3D food printer market area zone, and we overcame all those limits by our MVP. And regarding the hardware and the software, this is a personalized hardware and software made by our colleagues Ciprian and Minodora. They are working at this part of the MVP. It will be personalized 100%, especially made for Rebo. I don't know if I answered your question because I hardly can hear you. Sorry for that, Christian.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. So the main advantages of Rebo is it comes in the form of a vending machine. It has high capacity food cartridges, about 8 kilo per cartridge, and a device can have 10 cartridges, so like 80 kilos in total per device with the creams, different ingredients. The MVP that we have made is for cakes and sandwich only, but the industrial prototype can be more advanced and further offer lots of other food products.
Hi, Madalina, Giorgio.
Hello, Giorgio. Yes.
Only a question. What about the supplier for the final product? Do you have already selected them and try to convince them to invest in your project?
About the food cartridges, are you asking me? The ingredient cartridges?
About all the components of the prototype.
Yes, all the components of the prototype, if you are talking about the production line, will be made in different countries, and then in Romania we want to assemble all the parts and build the final product. And all the IT part will be under our control, hardware, software, and everything that goes with the IT part. But all the other devices, the mechanical ones and everything, in different countries, we have in mind which countries will be, and we have some communication with a few suppliers of these parts, and then they will come in Romania, and here we'll have an assembly line, and the final device will be built here and transported to our customers. Then this situation will be changed.
Okay, so you don't already selected the supplier?
Well, we are on MVP phase. We just want to prove to our investors that our concept is functional and it is working, because actually we are new with the 3D food printing. And on the initial prototype phase, the things are complicated, and this requires amounts which are around 2 million euros according to our plan. So in order to go to the next phase, around 2 million euros for the R&D phase with industrial prototype.
Thanks.
30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have another quick question, or is that all?
I think that's all. I have no other questions.
Yeah. Sounds like we have exhausted all the questions from the jury. Rare as it is, Madalina, but congratulations and thank you for joining us for the country final. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, proceed to the fourth competitor of the day, the Guardian. Bogdan Flutur, the Guardian of your garden.
We have to mention that the Guardian was not created to be another service, another product that helps you in the gardening matters, but a solution to the most pressing matters that our food system is facing. We wanted to innovate, and we consider that every existing problem is, after all, an invitation to innovation. Urban areas are in a continuous expansion. UN is estimating that by 2015, about 66% of the population will live in cities. Clearly, these people do not have neither the time nor the resources or space to grow their own vegetables. Moreover, due to the large inputs in agriculture, people lost their trust in food producers. And by making them part of this process, the food system will become more transparent. We thought that we can use urban areas to grow our own food. Of course, this is not a breakthrough. There are systems that can grow your own vegetables, but some of them are not exactly cheap. We have a unique system which provides vegetables continuously. With the purchase of our product, the user will also purchase a subscription that will ensure supply every 2 weeks. By selling the entire plant and growing for a short period of time in people's homes, our customers will have a complete view of how their food was produced. So in the end, what really makes us different? The continuous supply with plants, the low prices of the Guardian, and least but not last, time. There are two revenue streams, the sales of the growing system and regular resales of the plants for a monthly subscription. We wanted to create a distribution channel to our growing unit. Also, the subscription ensures constant sales. As a way to reduce our investment, we engage the community in our project, and we aim to enter in a partnership with local producers who can easily capitalize their products and therefore boost local economy. The global indoor farming market size was valued in 2018 at $26.8 billion and is expected to expand over time due to increasing consumer awareness regarding the advantages of consuming fresh and high-quality food, climate change, and rapid growth of the population. So how do we fit in? We think that the Guardian will play the role of a constant provider of vegetables, and due to the agreements we aim to make with the local producers, we think it will be easy for us to enter in the market. For this section, we took the liberty to conduct a survey. Therefore, we found out that our respondents buy our products for various causes: food quality, due to health-related reasons, or buy those products out of concern for the environment. However, another key factor is the financial resources. Therefore, we created a machine using only high-end materials which sells for a low price. Our product is not an expense, but an investment in the future, a minimum but necessary and financially smart investment. For the moment, we do not have any protection for our brand, but we aim this year to apply for a trademark to protect our visual identity, and we would also like to patent the growing station. Among our biggest competitors, we could name O-Garden, Super Closet, and of course the veggie delivery industry. One of the main disadvantages of our competitors is that they do not make the food available to the consumer constantly as we do. Secondly, we are confident we can make an inexpensive product, which our competitors do not really do. Lastly, we want to make available to the user and his or her family everything she or he needs for a full meal. First of all, to this point, we have not received any external investments. However, we used our own resources to build the prototype and to develop a website. Taking into consideration we are in an early stage of development, we do not have any recorded data regarding the sales and the operation costs. However, we managed to make an empiric forecast about the elements aforementioned. For example, in order to produce 100 units, we need 25,000 euros, and to produce the plants for 100 customers, we roughly need 2,000 euros per month. We would also need 6,000 euros for a car that will allow us to deliver the plants. The next big step in our company's development is to create the minimal viable product, to apply for a patent, and to raise some capital. Moreover, we are working on finding the right location to start, and it is also essential to identify local producers who believe in our idea. Once these things are done, we plan to create a selling campaign and make our brand notorious. For the moment, our team only has 4 members who have expertise in various domains, such as agriculture, IT, and material engineering. We would also looking for a marketing expert. Well, taking into consideration that we have not raised any money until the moment, the innovation prize would be a turning point for our business development because it would allow us to build some growing units to take care of the legal aspects and as a result to raise additional investments. We are aware that EIT Food will take a risk with us since we are in the early stages of development. However, we believe that this project can respond to EIT Food's strategic objectives, and with some support, we can change the agri-food system for the better.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was The Guardian. We have Bogdan joining us live for the Q&A session. Hello, Bogdan.
Hello, I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you, Bogdan. You're the competitor number 4, which means we are almost halfway through all the competitors. Do you feel you're ready? Is there anything you need at this point, Bogdan?
No, I was born ready.
You were born ready.
Yeah.
Wonderful. 5 minutes only. Over to you and the jury. Enjoy.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Bogdan. Sorry,
Hello.
Maybe I wasn't very attentive to your presentation at the beginning. What have you done so far exactly? I heard something about a website and the concept, but if you can be more specific.
Yeah, we've designed the prototype and start gathering the pieces to put it together. And we also got the domain for the website, and we are working on a mobile application that will work with the growing station.
Okay, what does this mean exactly? The designing the prototype, like drawing
during
it on a piece of paper, or
I've shown on the presentation and not on a paper. We tried to measure to calculate the amount of water, for example, that needs to be distributed during for 1 day with our growing unit. How many leads do we need in order to grow the plants in a good manner? And also how will we fertilize the soil? Will we fertilize the soil before we ship the plants, or is there any do we have to fertilize it in our growing station? And yeah, we've tried to calculate all these aspects.
Okay, then it's clear. It's before a real prototype. You're on technology readiness level 2 or something like that, and this prize would help you to get to the prototype. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I can hear.
What about your competitor, Bogdan?
Yeah, there are some competitors, but I think that there are
no questions from my side.
Excuse me, I didn't understand. There are some indirect competitors, from my opinion, because they created some growing units as we did, but they didn't create the environment to grow large plants, for example, tomatoes or cucumber or potatoes, for example. And we tried to make a prototype that can do this, and also we tried to provide plants in a continuous manner. That's why we created the monthly subscription, which is not our competitors don't do that.
Are you sure?
From my research, yes. I mean, they don't ship already grown plants. There are companies that ship seeds or necessary tools in order to grow your plants, but we grow the plants to a certain stage of development, then we deliver them.
Okay, take a look better to the competitors. It's a suggestion.
Okay, thank you.
One minute left, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have any more questions? Sounds like we have no more questions for Bogdan. Thank you very much, Bogdan. I hope you enjoyed the Q&A session.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good luck with your project. Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to the fifth competitor today. FiberVar, Fiber Bio, upcycling pressed fruit and seed pomace to fiber-rich, healthy snacks.
Hi, I'm Peter Hans, the CEO of the FiberVar Limited, and I will speak about our enthusiastic project, namely the development of fiber-rich, low-sugar snacks to support our gut microbiome. We Europeans consume only half of the necessary daily amount of fibers. This is one of the reasons why obesity, diabetes, and bowel diseases reached almost epidemic dimensions. Surprisingly, we have fibers enough, but we discard them during juice and oil production. What is the solution that we propose? We will upcycle pomace to manufacture a high-fiber, low-sugar, healthy snack. Fibers offer a route to a healthy gut microbiome that helps to reverse prediabetes, combat obesity, and preserve health. One package of Fiber Bio provides half of the necessary daily amount of fiber. Our technology upcycles pomace and thus reduces food waste. The beneficial effects of fibers are all scientifically proven. Our production plant was set up from a startup grant. We were awarded on several innovation competitions like EIT Food Jumpstarter, World Food Innovation Awards, and several other ones. Now we are mapping the market, helped by an EIT Food Seedbed grant. We received very positive feedback up to this time. We produce tasty snacks, not medication like pills or powders. In this field, we have competitive advantages: outstandingly high fiber and low sugar content. Note that the sugar leaves with the juice and the calorie leaves with the oil. We use a green technology and reduce food waste by upcycling pomace. None of our competitors has such a technology. The novelty of our product is the technology leading to a low sugar content and to a good consistency. PCT patenting is expensive and does not grant a full protection. We rather keep some technology trade secrets. We have registered the trademark Fiber Bio at AUIPO, and we will try to build a brand. The shelf price will be €2.4, which is not in the top range. In 2019, we had a business of 3.6K, and soon we will start the industrial production with our own devices. To be sustainable, we have to contract about 150 healthy food shops. Our business is two, or rather three-sided. We will sell, of course, Fiber Bio snacks, but we will also commercialize specially prepared juices, and also one of our research development, the edible dishes made of apple cores and a natural polysaccharide. Our vision is to upscale production, eventually in cooperation with regional juice producers that have a lot of pomace. We would like to develop local versions of Fiber Bio and to become a Romanian multinational company. In 2021, we would like to commercialize our further innovations like the edible dishes. Raw materials will not be a bottleneck. There are a lot of them. The size of the European dietary fiber market is huge and predicts a good growth potential. In order to be visible, we target first a geographical niche of 4 or 5 countries like Romania, Hungary, Austria, Germany, and UK. We have a nice interdisciplinary team: scientist, engineer, and economist. We also have numerous advisors and external collaborators. We will spend our resources on research and development. We would like to purchase devices and even to develop devices. We developed a word novelty, namely bee pollen extracts, what we called Florium. They are packed in our patented, beautiful design bottle. We are working on molecular gastronomy research, where our mentor is Professor Hervitis from Greece. We also have a microbiology project that raised even the interest of the Romanian space agency, the ROSA. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was FiberVar Fiber Bio. We have Peter joining us live now. Hello, Peter.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
And we are happy to have you, Peter. Do you feel you're ready for the Q&A?
Sure.
Well, it definitely sounds like it from your presentation. Just make sure you enjoy and remember 5 minutes only. Over to you and the jury.
I do. Hi, I'm waiting for your questions.
Sounds like you've made the jury speechless, Peter.
I hope not. I always got very good questions from juries.
Giorgio, Christian, Matej, can you hear us?
Yes. With a bit of delay, but we can.
Hi, Peter. Did you already done some agreement for distribution?
We didn't make an agreement for distribution, but we are negotiating with several distributors because you are right, it's more effective than contacting individual shops. But to be on the safe side, we will do both. Beside this, we are negotiating with Austria Juice and a company from Tyrol to process their pommes and to make a local version of the fiber bio, what I would like to.
Thank you.
We can't hear you.
I can hear you. From my part, everything is okay.
All right.
Maybe I can show you the product. It's here. I can show you our proudness made of bee pollen, and I can even show you the laboratory if you want.
Send us.
Thank you.
This is our tiny research laboratory. I don't know how much from it. And we have a little bit larger development lab because in the development lab, we don't really want to work with bacteria, for example. Here we have our vacuum technology like the rotational evaporator. Here we have our storage room where we have some raw materials. And here we have our production laboratory. Sorry for the mess. Some new devices arrived right now, and we are assembling them. And here is our pressing device. And there is our new dryer, brand new dryer, and so on. And waiting for your new questions.
Thank you very much, Peter, for showing us the lab. Very kind of you. Can we have any further questions from the jury members, please?
No, I think this presentation was complete.
Well, I suppose, Peter, then it's possibly, it can be interpreted as one of the biggest compliments a presentation can get, because you left the jury almost utterly and completely speechless. They have practically no questions, which means you have answered all of them. Thank you very much, Peter, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us proceed to our sixth competitor, NutriCare Life. Live longer and healthy, eating according to your body needs.
The missing word, it's medicine. 1 in 5, unfortunately, will die because of poor nutrition. So this is the problem we are tackled. I have a case in my family. My daughter Anda has psoriasis, and I was to several medical doctors on nothing, only try and error, and only with a small change in eating habit and implementation of precision nutrition, she solved the problem. So how we will transfer this knowledge to all the people. We are developing a digital health platform to which take in consideration personal goal, eating habit, and we are using wearables. And all this data, we are putting in our patent pending algorithm, and we are providing food to eat right, all the supplements to cover all the nutrition deficiencies if the food is not enough to cover all the deficiencies. We provide a prevention guide to be able to identify which will be the diseases with high risk. And for sure, we are providing meal plans. They will have freedom to create, so all our users will have a nutritionist in their pocket. All this information, it will be for free, and we want to make some money and to increase the nutrients deficiency assessment. We are providing gut microbiome test, nutrigenetic test, and to monitor the efficiency of our ultra personalized recommendation of food and nutrients. We are providing blood and urine nutrients level test. So this is the application. We are taking all the data and we are providing to our user to encourage healthier eating behavior. We cover 30 nutrients and we use more than 100 clinical studies. We already have a network of partners in Romania, and we sold already more than 300 nutrigenetic tests in Romania. We enter in 3 markets in the same time, and our end users are health proactive and health reactive. And we are entering at-home medical tests because we are using digital health platform to provide advices. We are entering nutrition consultancy, and because we will deliver personalized nutritional supplements to their clients' home, we are entering in personalized nutrition supplements market. Our revenue, it will come from in-app purchases, test purchases, from personalized nutritional supplement sales, and for subscription from our partners. This is the team. They are software engineers, geneticists, medical doctors, and business developers. Our international board of advisors are recognized scientific in the area of nutrition and nutrigenomics and metabolomics. We started 2 years ago when we start to sell our nutrigenetic test. After that, we was accepted in an accelerator on EIT with our nutrigenetic test, and now with our algorithm we start the patent pending process, and we will launch our digital health platform in the next quarter, and we will provide supplements next year at the beginning, and we want to scale at the European level. Our competitors, there are a lot in these booming markets, but on these criteria, advice is to actionable user quiz to personalization, there are a lot, and we are on top right part of this chart because we are providing the ultra personalized recommendation, and we are providing the most actionable data, food and supplements to cover the nutrient deficiencies. We want to reach these figures, and we need an investment, and we will do this revenue in the next 3 years. Everybody needs food. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody will love NutriCare Life because it's powerful, precise, and personal. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was NutriCare Live. We have Bogdan joining us live. Hello, Bogdan. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I'm hearing you very well.
Wonderful. How are you today?
Waiting the presentation, waiting the questions.
Yeah,
I hope I will have.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah. I can see a big smile there, Bogdan. So let us hope this smile is still there in the next 5 minutes.
It's forced.
I can start. How can you detail a little bit more on the team, because for this go-to-market process and the fight with the setting up between these other competitors, it's not an easy job. Do you have distribution model, or are you looking to get into the market directly? And the team part.
Yeah. So first of all, the team is formed by we started like a family startup. I'm in operations. I have more than 25 years in sales and operations. My wife is a medical doctor. She covers all the area of medical research and product development. My son, he's in business development, and he tried to develop our network of specialists. We started 2 years ago to develop a network of specialists, nutritionists, dietitians in Romania, and we sold some nutrigenetic tests, and we learned from this experience that it's not enough to sell only the scientific data. We need to give them a tool to implement this data in their practice, to provide food and supplements. So we start to develop our digital health platform, ultra personalized nutritional recommendation. With this digital platform we provide, and now we are trying to switch from B2B, because we started like B2B, and we try to go on B2C market, and we take this decision because all our investment in marketing, it was show us that a lot of people can manage by themselves to use this tool to find a proper to find the proper food to cover their nutrition deficiencies. So in terms of the team, we have operations and the medical area, and our business advisors are very important and very well recognized professors in area of nutrigenetics and metabolomics. 2 of them are from Romania, and 2 of them are, one is Romanian who left Romania 20 years ago, it's in USA, and another one is in president of the International Society of Nutrigenetics, because we are in contact with them, and our solutions it's very interested for them, so we stay in contact and we take the information from them. So regarding the team, we have the capacity to develop the business. We already prove it because we already launched the nutrigenetic test in the market. And in terms of scientific background, we have plenty of scientific background and a lot of validation. And we already was in a congress of nutrigenetics in Cambridge. So I think we are in the best position to start the scale of the business on a next stage.
Okay,
I hope I
thank you.
answered.
Hi, Bogdan.
Hi.
I met you or your son, your team in different competitions in the past years. I wondered how many competitions did you actually won, and how did you how do you fund your business? Did you get some investment round, or it's only public funding and awards?
First of all, it was family, friends and fools like me. The second one, it was the public grants. I received more than 80,000 euro from European Union to develop the business. And the third one, I win some prizes from in Romania, from Startarium, from We Accelerate, and we have some prizes from Poland. So all we invest around 200,000 euro in this project. We are not working in any multinational companies. We are only involved here in this business. We are earning our revenue only from this, and we hope to have success with our new product, the digital app, who will provide a lot of valuable information to our users. and we have a social area because some of our products are going for free to our users, and from this area, of this pool of users who will use for free our services, will have the leads to sell genetic tests, gut microbiome tests, blood and urine tests. So from here we have
Bogdan, I'm afraid we need to stop here on that positive note. Thank you very much, Bogdan. Yeah. Thank you, jury.
Thank you.
Thank you for answering all the questions, and good luck with your project.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was NutriCare Live with Bogdan, and now we have two more competitors competing for today's country final. Let's proceed to Transylvania Brew. Transylvania Brew is a craft cider company located in Romania.
The story of Transylvania Brew is a story of three passionate individuals. That story began in 2013 when two Transylvanian former high school classmates reunited in Paris. Both Daniel and Sergiu wanted to come back home, and they had a bold idea to start producing 100% natural craft cider. So in 2016, Harvester was born. My name is Owen. I'm the newest member of the team, and together we're finding solutions to the agro-waste problems that we're facing today. Our idea has already won us a €15,000 grant from the Sea Voucher project this year. And our mission is simple: to give trash another chance at being treasure. We still want to create high quality products using ethical and sustainable approaches. Here's the problem. Every year in Europe alone, hundreds of millions of tons of apples are pressed and crushed to produce apple juice and cider. Hundreds of millions of tons. These crushed apples are usually just thrown away as waste. Another problem is specific to the cider trade is cider lees. So this is the yeast and other sediments that we find at the bottom of our tanks after every fermentation. And both these things are just cast aside. That we have a solution. In fact, we have a few. The first one, cider cane. Now, along with pomace, lees, and cane, these are three words you probably haven't heard before, but cider cane is a low alcoholic version of cider. We want to take these crushed apples, this apple pomace, we want to rehydrate it, soak it up, and put it back through the cider making process. This is a centuries-old technique that produces cider cane. Another solution is to take apple pomace, because there's so much of it. Instead of rehydrating it, we want to dehydrate it. The same with cider lees. Now, there's so much fiber, nutrients, and vitamins in apples. Combining that with the nutritional value of yeast, we can start producing raw materials for animal feed. The probiotics in the yeast will improve gut health of all the farm animals that we sell this to. How do we know that this is a good idea? Well, in 2016, wrap.co.uk came up with the 5 most feasible solutions within our industry. As I said, we have the technology and the expertise to start making cider cane straight away. We feel that pet food ingredients from dehydrated apple pomace is our second best option, though we still need the technology and the funding. Though we know that cider cane will be a success because Romania is the second fastest growing cider market in Europe. If you see the yellow box here, it shows you our current value chain. With circular solutions, we can turn one product into 4. The first one is collecting the pomace, rehydrating it, and putting it back into the system, as I've already mentioned. With a mobile apple processing unit, we can reach out and revitalize smaller orchard owners within our area. Dej is famous for its apples, though these small orchard owners cannot compete with bigger companies. If we can reach out to them, we're going to increase their gains and profitability. Stage 2, as I said, drying out the animal feed and the brewer's yeast. We'll need a dehydrator. We want to have another circular solution, which is a shared platform, looking for like-minded businesses, so this dehydrator can be used year-round. If it's mobile, it's even better. Quick look at our competition here. Strongbow, international brand, cheap cider made from lower quality ingredients, though they still have some environmental practices, which is very interesting. Our direct competitor is Clark's. They are based in Bucharest. They have similar ingredients to ours, good quality cider, though they don't have the same environmental practices. We've taken inspirations from certain French and British cider makers who have circular approaches. and are really reaching out to their community as well. So every purchase is a contribution in our circularity approach. Each one of our 5 products, including our apple juice, would be a contribution to reducing food waste within our region. We can scale this model up, replicate it, and sell it onto other businesses. Reaching out to local orchard owners will improve, revitalize our region. And being based in Dej, we can even move into a large-scale operations as our sales increase. Thank you for your time. We hope to engage with you more in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Transylvania Brew. We have Owen McComiskey joining us live now. Hello, Owen.
Hi there, how's it going?
It's great. Yourself, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks.
I love the beginning of your story. You said 2 Transylvanian classmates reuniting in Paris. How likely is that?
I know, right?
Yeah, I think your presentation was a bit under 5 minutes. Actually, it was around 4 minutes, which means you really kept it compact and concise. Owen, are you ready for 5 minutes with our jury?
I am, yeah.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Hi, guys.
Hi, Owen. So it's a nice project, but is this just an idea, isn't it? For now, it's just the idea to transform this waste into some good product. Okay.
Yeah. So we started developing the idea in December. So we've initially started writing the project in January. We've already won a prize in May.
Okay. And are you in contact with many producers who would benefit from your solution?
We are still in contact with our current customers. We have a loyal customer base with local cafes and restaurants. For the Cider Cane, also we have connections and contracts with supermarkets in Romania, and are building that now. We have people that have contacted us and want to work under a private label. In terms of the animal feed, we have one contact who has 2 farms with up to 200 cows in each one. We can produce 3 tons of animal feed per day for up to 3 months. So that's 90 tons of animal feed during that time.
Okay, thanks. And on the supply side, are you working with a lot of producers? Yeah.
With the suppliers, yeah, we have local suppliers within our region as well. Yeah, we want to reach out and increase that number of suppliers with the mobile apple press.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What is the level of investment which you need to do into your facility, into your production facility?
So within our facility, we are situated in an older factory right next to it. In fact, if we could have an investment of 15 to 20,000 euros, we could start using the older apple press there, and that's possible for large-scale operations as well. With the mobile apple press, the main reason we want to have that is to kind of revitalize the region. There's a lot of apple growers here. With up to 80 to 100,000 euros, we can have a mobile apple press that reaches out to them that we can use every autumn. Again, as I said, if we want to, we have up to 20,000 euros for that.
Sounds like we have no further questions. Is it correct? Looks like. Thank you very much, Owen. Transylvania Brew. Good luck with the project and good luck in today's competition, Owen. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, and last but not least, Spino Blue Smart Food Revolution powered by Spirulina, healthy and sustainable. Here is Florent.
Hello, we are from the company Spinoa and we are here to present you our spirulina farming project. 2 years ago, we founded Spinoa to face 2 main challenges. One 100 million tons of additional protein per year until 2050 is the necessary quantity of protein to feed the world population. It will require more resources, water, land, energy, and unfortunately our planet has less and less to give us. On the other side, we see an increasing of health issues related to unbalanced diet. We believe that spirulina could contribute to solve these challenges. It has been declared the richest food on earth by the United Nations, but also the green gold by others, thanks to its unique nutritional profile, 60% of protein, but also 40 times more iron than spinach. If we tackle the ecological challenges, spirulina is growing by 25% every day. Do you know any other animal or organism that grow that fast on Earth? Spirulina also consumes very few resources, needs very few resources to grow. It needs 9,000 less times land than beef to produce the same level of protein per kilogram.
Our solution is called Expire. We want not only to build the third spirulina local and sustainable farm, but a network of regional farms that can benefit from Spinoa expertise in terms of process, technology, and commercial model. We want to develop a franchise model that would support short supply chain and allow traceability, local production in a controlled environment with farms that are open for a visit for full transparency. We started just 2 years ago, distributing the first artisanal spirulina in the market. In 2 years, we have created a brand with a range of products and validated the market. Today, we are starting a proof of concept to grow spirulina, and we assess the best climate condition in Romania for it. In the same time, we are raising funds to launch next year the first artisanal spirulina farm in Romania, and later on replicate the model here and in the region.
Our business model relies on 3 main pillars: technology, processing, and distribution. Let me explain you the journey of our product. Basically, we collect the fresh spirulina from our spirulina partners, holding farms. We collect them in our own processing units to shape the product, to dry it, and to pack it. Of course, we commercialize some raw spirulina, but we also use this spirulina to make end products such as chocolate, honey, or cosmetic products that will end up in shops, but hopefully in the consumer plate. The global spirulina market is expected to grow by 14% by 2025. It is no surprise that many companies such as Unilever or Nestle Purina are investing massively into this valuable product. On the regional level, this chaotic period is teaching us a very good lesson. The lesson for us is that we go in the right direction, offering healthy, local, but also traceable products for our clients.
Based on 2 years of experience, today we know that 2/3 of our clients are female. They care about wellness, nutrition, health, food innovation, but also traceability and food safety. In B2B, we have retailers and restaurants that are looking for innovation and quality, and food producers that create products like chocolate, honey, and cosmetics with spirulina in it. Our main competitive differentiation is that we do not promote spirulina as a drug or supplement, but as a modern ingredient that we use into our daily life. With our production process, the quality and taste is drastically different, so we have a different market positioning. And by producing spirulina, we have the advantage to control the whole value chain from production to distribution. With Expire Spirulina Farm Network, we also benefit from a better purchasing process and the mutualization of the farm equipment.
To accomplish or to advance actually on our journey, we need 160,000 euros, for which we are already in discussion with some business angel and venture capital. We will use most of these funds, we'll allocate it mainly to the farm itself, but also to R&D program. By 2025, we expect to approach 1 million euro turnover, supported by our 10 production units. The support of EIT means a lot to us personally, but also to our business, and hopefully it will help us to achieve a lot of milestones that we still have ahead.
Our team is composed of Florent and I, both co-founders with complementary skills and competencies. Recently, we had Yulia that came into the team, and we have the support also from freelancers and advisors that are bringing us a new project outlook. The last thing is that we want to have new competencies like a biologist, farm operator, and digital marketing manager. That would give us a lot of competencies that we are missing today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Spinoa Blue, our 8th competitor. We have Florent joining us live now. Hello, Florent.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi there. How does it feel to be the last one out of 8 competitors in the Romanian final?
Well, the presentation were nice, and patience. It's a very big. It's required when you are starting a new project and when you are in entrepreneurship.
Absolutely, but you also have some perspective by now, and you know what types of questions to expect, right?
Somehow.
Yeah, the glass half full perspective, I guess. Okay, Florent, enjoy. Just remember 5 minutes only. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Florent. Not sure what to say. Congratulations. I know about your project, and I find it very, very interesting.
Thank you. From where did you hear about our project?
Sorry?
From where did you hear about our project?
French Tech, I think.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm not sure how much does this prize help your business? I mean, you're pretty advanced. You have a good outlook of going regional. Have good revenue stream, a solid one. If you can give us some details about that.
Yeah, sure. Well, we consider ourselves at least a pretty young startup, and we still have a lot of things to prove. I would say that brand identity, we built a good brand identity with a good community. From a sales point of view, it's far that's to be sufficient, but I would say that the trend is growing. Then we go in the right direction with the most important, because the market potential is clearly here. But we need to speed up now, and some additional funding to accelerate the development of Spinoa. We clearly need some fundings. The funds from EIT and Price Innovation will mean a lot to us. It will, let's say, be a good kickoff for our first project. And I think about the feasibility study, for example. We need to assess the right location, air quality, water quality, a lot of technical parameters important to know where you're going to build your farm. This is the first thing. And as well, it will, I guess, bring additional credibility to our project and hopefully improve the investor traction.
Do we have any other questions?
Yes, also, do you see more in developing yourself toward delivering a good primary product, or do you see making all sorts of sub-products from as a long-term approach?
Well, it's a good question, because actually we are kind of already doing it. We are commercializing the raw spirulina under flakes crunchy form, which is a new form, at least for Eastern Europe. However, it's not a mature market, and you need somehow to democratize the spirulina. And it's important, all this more conventional, you're gonna identify yourself more with chocolate, honey, or protein bar than spirulina in itself. And you try somehow to build a bridge by bringing the people to spirulina and bringing awareness on these valuable ingredients through other type of product. from a value point of view, as you know very well, processing bring also added value by incorporating, 5 or 10% in some food products. Then both way are possible, and this is also what we are asking to our B2B partner. We really want to encourage our partners in B2B food manufacturers to use more and more spirulina in their own range of product. And we have a B2C with the raw spirulina and our end product, but we have also the B2B as market opportunities.
Sounds like these would be all the questions we have for you, Florent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you once again, and good luck with the future development of your project and today's competition. Thank you, Florent.
Thank you, Lucas.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that was the last startup competing in the Romanian final today. The jury will now have some time to deliberate and decide on the winners. And it's also a perfect moment for us to introduce the voting procedure for Vote for our Audience Award. The link to the Audience Vote website is shown now on your screens, together with the QR code that you can also use to enter the site. Starting from now, you have around 10 minutes to cast your vote. You can vote during the keynote interview, and we will close the voting poll shortly after. Please go to the link we show on the screen and vote for the startup you would like to award with the audience prize. The startup that receives the biggest number of votes will be awarded with the audience prize of 2,000 euros. Time for today's keynote speech. Today we're joined by Roxana Bitoleanu, a co-founder of Taraba Virtuală. Taraba Virtuală is a unique platform that connects small Romanian sellers directly with customers who want the true, authentic taste of groceries. And we've got the siren joining us also along with Roxana. Hello, Roxana.
Hi there, Lucas. How are you?
I'm great. Yourself? How are you today?
I am great.
Well, I think during the last...
for our talk.
Absolutely. Last year's jury appreciated your performance also in front of the jury a lot, praising you for clarity and structure. I've got a long list of questions for you, Roxana, but could you start by telling us a couple of things about yourself and your company? Just the fundamentals to start with.
Yeah, sure. So Taraba Virtuală is, like I'm liking to say, the farmer's market to go to from your home. You can order straight from small farmers around your area. You can find from groceries to local specialties, anything that might surprise you. Myself, I tried onion jam, and I was surprised to taste it. It was surprising, the combination of taste on that one. So you can find something that's surprising.
I've heard some people enjoy eating banana with mustard, but I wouldn't be sure an onion jam would be the first intuitive combination people go for.
No, it isn't, but you should try it because it's surprising, and it goes well with a red meat. So if you want to try something more different, you can definitely try something like onion jam or garlic jam.
Roxana, I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that surprising would be a good word for this taste, but I'm not sure if it's good surprising or bad surprising. Roxana, can you
never know until you try.
Exactly, I might. Roxana, tell us a little bit more about your background, about yourself.
Well, I'm an engineer, but with Taraba Virtuală and my startup experience, I've become more of a product manager and migrated toward the marketing side of the business. So whenever someone writes... Yes?
Is this your current role in the startup?
Yeah. I'm responsible with the development and the product development of Taraba Virtuală right now.
So you studied as an engineer or to become an engineer, and at some point you decided to found your own startup. Why? How? When?
I don't think I have an aha moment in my life because it all started with a health problem, but it didn't let me straight to founding a life-saving tech company, sort of. No, it wasn't like that. It was one problem led to another, and I started to wonder myself, why cannot build something for all these people? And I'm referring to small farmers because I wanted a proper taste. I grew up in the countryside and I was blessed to have a garden, a big garden where I could run through the tomatoes and get the feel of smell and the proper taste of the vegetables. And growing up, when I moved in the city side, I started to lose that taste. So with that health problem that led me to a more natural diet, I started to wonder myself, why cannot bring small farmers around the cities in direct connection with people?
Well, you've just reminded me of my early trip back in 2000 to the US when I tried to find the kind of food I would enjoy and found it extremely difficult because it turned out everything was heavily processed. And even after you opened a bottle of milk, it was written on the label that you could store it in the fridge for another 2 weeks, which was completely unimaginable by European standards at that time. So it sounds like it started with your passion for nature, which is not very typical among engineers. If we talk about stereotypes, these would be people very focused on the science aspects of things, less on the humanity angle of things, is it?
Well, to have good ideas, you need to reconnect with nature. So it might not be stereotypical to enjoy nature and start a business as an engineer in such a field. But I think we have two sides of ourselves that we need to reconcile from time to time.
To have good ideas, you need to reconnect with nature. I wish you recorded this sentence as a single soundbite and sent it to every single engineer on the planet out there, especially every single CEO and businessman out there. Because I'm not sure this connection is so clear these days, is it?
Well, we've been forced to stay at home to help the first line to do its job and protect us. And I think nature did play a good part in this one. I am at home since March, and it was a wonder to discover spring blossoming just before my eyes. I never experienced that. I never paid so much attention to nature, and it was a wonderful experience.
You almost answered my next question. I was planning to ask you what was your first contact with the agricultural world, but maybe to expand on that, why did you choose to compete in this particular industry, agriculture, which is predominantly a male business, I should say?
I don't think I made the choice. I simply wanted to solve a problem, and that led me to the solution, which is Taraba Virtuală right now. I don't think I ever thought about being a male-led domain or something like that. I just wanted to focus on solving a problem.
I really appreciate your very modest approach. Could you tell us a little bit more about the first steps you took?
Oh, they were hard, hard times. It was exciting, as a matter of fact, to start a business, to get it up from the ground, to launch it.
And then exciting sounds like a perfect combination.
Yeah, well, that's the startup world.
Tell us more.
At first, I remember starting with only one farmer, and ever since, from 2017, we grew to now 230.
impressive enough. Tell me about the Romanian market itself. Are people mostly interested in getting their food from supermarkets, or is there a growing fashion for a more tailored experience and healthier experience above all?
Before coronavirus, I would say that there were two markets that didn't compete with each other. After the coronavirus pandemic, and we are still in it, I would say that people appreciate more if the products come later, as in the case of Taraba Virtuală, since the products are delivered once per week from the farmer itself. And they are willing to wait and wait for the nature to do its job. Whereas in the supermarket, yes, you can go and find whatever you need right there. It's right on the shelf. But the taste and the experience come with a waiting. It's part of the delayed gratification you get.
And at what stage are you now? You gave us the ballpark figures already, but what milestones do you remember best from last year, say?
Well, last year the highlight was winning the innovation prizes, and looking at the pitches right now, I remembered how nervous I was. I don't think I remember any of my colleagues of their speeches. I was so focused on mine. It was an interesting feeling to have it all again, but from another perspective.
Roxana, tell me, what are the key roles in your team now?
Well, it's myself and Vlad in the team. And this year we've managed to close two important strategic partnerships. One with a bank, an important bank in Romania that has in their portfolio a large number of small farmers. And another partner which has organic fertilizers, offers organic fertilizers to farmers. And this with these two partnerships, we managed to grow and accelerate our growth.
Roxana, I've read the jury assessment from last year, which is impressive enough in itself. But what helped you, do you think, most in winning the prize last year? I know you said you don't remember the other presentations, but what was key? How do you think?
Well, key for my presentation and what I do before any presentation I give is to rehearse with the timer before me and trying to express myself in simple words. But I rehearse until my mouth goes dry. I remember rehearsing the pitch for EIT, for the innovation prizes, a week before, every day for at least 2 hours. So a pitch of 5 minutes was quite a preparation to do.
Sounds like I think you might be a fan of the old Thomas Edison quote. It's 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration, right?
Yeah, or in other words, as I like to say it, luck must find you working.
Exactly. You reminded me also of the Sir Anthony Hopkins method for learning his lines before a stage performance or before a film performance. He needs to be absolutely sure he knows his lines, and he would repeat them over and over again. Any tips you would like to share with the finalists, in addition to what you've been kind enough to share with us already?
Well, apart from rehearsing and try to be in time, I noticed people like being on time and appreciate that. I've been praised many times for being on time with my presentations. I would certainly recommend keeping the slides simple enough and visual enough for people to understand, to get a glimpse of the idea. Because if you rush it, people won't have the time to grasp the key elements of your presentation. And the worst thing that can happen in a presentation, and I've seen it a couple of times, and I really felt terrible for my colleagues on stage. the jury to ask you at the end, okay, so what do you do? I think that's the worst question that you
You
can
talk about the
receive.
clarity. You talk about the clarity aspect, the structural aspect, and the storytelling aspect of the presentation. Funny you should say that. I also work as a public speaking coach, and it doesn't matter if I work with a PhD lawyer, with the CEO of a major multinational company. We spend a day together, full day, essentially very hard day for the person involved. But the funny thing is, every time I ask someone to do a drill for me with a standard presentation, the most common practice they have on the stage, I usually ask them something like this. If we cut off the first 3 minutes of your current presentation style, do you think we have lost anything content-wise, quality-wise? And the honest answer is very often not really, because we waste a lot of time saying things that do not contribute much and definitely kill the suspense, kill the storytelling angle. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree, definitely. And what I saw that helps me, even it feels really awkward to do it, and I still find it awkward even if I do it every time, is to record myself and look at myself. I picked this piece of advice from a book about Steve Jobs and how he rehearsed all his presentations. And I find that even if it's really, really awkward to look at yourself and hear your voice and hear everything you're saying and how you say it, but it's a great exercise to
Roxana,
be clear, to have a structure, to have that clarity we've been talking about.
And also to build the minimum sense of distance about the way you actually perform versus the way you think you perform, right?
Yes. It is really important to communicate not only with the words, but with your hands, with your eyes, with enthusiasm. I think it's a bunch of elements that you should master. But it's not something to be afraid of. It's something that needs to be learned.
Roxana, it sounds like both of us are generally trying our best to be optimistic in life. And from that, do you feel that possibly the single most positive outcome of this entire pandemic is that so many people started participating in webinars, video conferences, schools and universities started teaching online, and that the consequence was that all those lecturers, teachers, speakers had to finally watch themselves and watch others respond to what and how they delivered, right? Especially on those Zoom galleries where you can see everyone else live responding to the quality of your content. And whether you like it or not, eventually you do come to the conclusion that it could have been so much better later just by watching yourself. So my conclusion would be, it will significantly improve the world's education system to start with.
Yeah, definitely. And not only education, because webinars and classes have been in all sorts of domains. I even saw in agriculture ones. They were live from their gardens, teaching farmers how to properly cultivate plant, sow, crop, anything from the gardening world. It was really interesting.
Roxana, would you have any advice, especially for young entrepreneurs, people who are at dream come true level, the dream part of it first? Is there anything you would like to share with those people who do not necessarily trust their instincts and their own confidence as much?
Well, I've started to believe quite recently with my startup experience that fear is the mind killer. So it may not be easy to silence the fear in your mind, but it's absolutely necessary to go forward. And if you're not sure about your instincts, try going to network events and test your idea verbally. It's especially important to start with testing your idea, with validating your idea, if there is a need for what you're envisioning, because you may find surprising People may not need the same product you are envisioning, but slightly different. But you may not have the experience to see it this way. And I would personally recommend 2 things. So silence the fear in your mind. I know it's hard, but you can do it. And secondly, gather as much feedback as you can before laying down any line of code, anything related to building actually the product. Why I'm giving the second advice, it's because you get attached to the product. It's inevitable. It's your product. It's what you've been working on, and you want it to see it flourish, to see it in the world. But sometimes you need to stop. You need to pivot, and falling in love with your idea, it's quite dangerous.
Roxana Bitoleanu, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much for finding the time.
Thank you for having me.
And best of luck with all of your future endeavors. All the best.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you will all agree it's so wonderfully refreshing in today's age when everyone wants to show off and show themselves in the most colorful and screaming, in the positive sense of the word, manner. It's so refreshing to talk to someone who just shares a profound sense of authenticity and also modesty between the lines. Time for the audience award vote. Our time is almost over. We are giving you 1 extra minute to vote. If you haven't succeeded in voting yet, please remember, EIT Food is there to support you as an entrepreneur, regardless of what stage you're at. If you have an idea or looking to raise a Series B investment, EIT Food has support programs available to help you. These can be found at eitfood.eu/entrepreneurship. Coming back to the Innovation Prizes competition, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the first place winners from each of the 17 countries' local finals will be invited to the grand final taking place in autumn, during which global fame and 25,000 euros at stake. Not to mention learning from entrepreneurs from across Europe and having access to top quality training. If you'd like to watch other country finals, feel free to join us. All dates and details can be found at www.eitfood.eu/events. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to close the audience voting. We hope you used your chance to vote for your favorite startup while we prepare to announce the audience prize winner, and while the jury is deciding on 3 main prizes, we'd like to share with you a short highlights video from the previous editions of the Innovation Prizes competition. Enjoy.
The scale of the problems that we're facing in our food system are huge. So EIT Food has come about to change this.
Events like these show the incredible creativity that people have in the space of the food industry.
The startups play a fundamental role. They take the risk of bringing these new innovations to the market.
Okay, let's do it!
We designed this competition to find new disruptive ideas.
This is one of the best call for startup in the food category.
We have found here plenty of people that really want to change the world.
There's a lot of actors working together to find solution for our project, our startup.
I never seen this beautiness in project for food tech like this one.
You learn from them, you also get some training so that you develop business plans.
This competition is inspiring, but it's also challenging.
EIT Food is experience,
inspiration,
challenging, energizing, and fun.
The future of the food ecosystem
is about connection and evolution.
best three things of this competition are youth, networking and enthusiasm.
Atmosphere, mentors and prize.
Quality of advisors, quality of the education, and quality of the food.
You will connect to other people with other entrepreneurs, and you will learn what's happening in the food ecosystem.
There are so many solutions waiting to be implemented that can actually make a big impact on how we see the food in the future.
We want to listen to young people to see which are the best business opportunity for innovation in the food market.
To help Europe build a food system that's better for people's health, better for the environment, and also more trusted and traceable.
Ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that I believe we have all the results now, and let's proceed without any further delays. The winner of the Audience Award during the Romanian final is The Guardian. Ladies and gentlemen, it's The Guardian, and the winning prize is €2,000. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think it does deserve a bigger smile than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's just I'm shocked to be be sincere.
At least I hope you're shocked in the positive sense of the word. What are you going to do with the money, Bogdan?
Definitely, we are going to invest in our product, in our prototype, so to say, because it gave us confidence that there is a demand for our product, and we surely want to continue with this.
And good luck with your project. And once again, congratulations on winning the Audience Award, cherished by so many.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the three main awards: the third prize, the second prize, and of course the first prize, the winner of today's country final. Let us start with the third place. Let me just make sure I have the correct data here. The third prize goes to Fiberbar Fiber Bio. It's 1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the second prize goes to Mana Foods Solutions. Congratulations, Madalina. Finally, the moment many of you have been waiting for, the winner of today's country final, Ogor, Dafina Żaka. Congratulations, €5,000.
Thank you so much.
Now that's a proper big smile. That's what I wanted to see at the end of this final. Congratulations, Dafina. That's your little Oscar moment. Imagine the red carpet, you're climbing the staircase, and what do you say? Whom do you want to thank?
Thanks first the judges, that they have liked and understood and liked our pitch and our business, and that they showed trust in us. And second,
Absolutely.
but not the least, my whole team, the Ogor team, which is an amazing team.
Yeah, we've heard it during so many finals that you cannot really deliver a great service or a great product without a great team. That's something many of our jury members and experts always wanted to start with.
True.
Once again, congratulations. The winner of the first prize of the Romanian final, Ogor.
Yeah. Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
with the project. Yes. Good luck with the products.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dafina Żaka and Ogor winning our country final in Romania. The first prize winner, ladies and gentlemen, will participate in the grand final and will have an opportunity to compete with other first prize country final winners for up to €25,000. Now, that's the stage where we would like to thank our jury members, thank the startups, thank the hub coordinating the Romanian final, and thank you, our wonderful audience from all over the world. Thank you for being with us, for voting for the competition. Our next country final will take place, as you can see on the chart, on the 10th of July in Slovakia, on the 13th of July in Latvia, and 14th of July, Czech Republic or Czechia. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Join us for the upcoming finals. Stay safe and stay with us. Thank you.